Hello guys, if you are new to my channel, my name is Emil and I am using planetary support and resistance lines along with Elliott wave theory to predict a potential turning points in the Forex market. If you can see your subtitles in the video, just click on automatic translations and you will be able to see them there. Okay, let's see what happens last week. According to planetary lines, I don't have any signal here. In terms of Elliott wave, the invalidation level was here for the last week, because as you can see, the price managed to break this trend line. This trend line is huge. As you can see, we are in triangle here, and I thought that the price should continue going down, but the market thinks differently and managed to break again this trend line up, and now I expect the price to touch this planetary line here, and after that to continue going down. The invalidation level should be here for the next week, and I hope it'll happen. As you can see here, I expect on a daily time frame, of course according to Elliott wave, to continue going down to finish wave Y. Maybe all this move is a wave A. Now we are going to finish wave Y and B, and after that I expect something like that, wave C. We'll see. Okay, the lines for the next week are here. The first portion, the second. You may pause the video to write them down. Okay, next instrument, pound dollar. According to Elliott wave, I'll show you, invalidation level is still here. In terms of planetary lines, we don't have any planet close to this price here. But as you can see, the price is in a triangle. Let me show you daily time frame. And I expect the price to continue going down to finish wave Y. After that, of course, I expect the price to continue going up. Okay, the lines for the next week. First portion, next portion. Next instrument, dollar Swiss franc. We have already discussed these levels a couple of times. On dollar yen as well, we have confirmation here. So according to planetary lines, we don't have any signal. In terms of Elliott wave, for the last week, I expected this kind of move. Maybe it'll happen. Everything depends, of course, euro dollar. As you can see here, maybe the price will manage to touch these Fibonacci levels, after that to continue going up. On a daily time frame, as you can see here, we have a huge trend line here and here. For now, I will look at these levels here to see what happens. Okay, the lines for the next week. First portion, next. USD Canadian, our signal was here 2 weeks ago, is still valid. The stop should be here. In terms of Elliott wave, I expect the price to continue going up, and on a daily time frame I see this scenario. The lines for the next week. This is not a valid time, but here is a valid time. Never mind. Pay attention to this date. First portion and the last planet. Okay, next instrument, dollar yen. The trend started here according to Elliott, according to planetary lines. We have a confirmation here from dollar Swiss franc, as I have already mentioned. Maybe the price should continue going up in terms of Elliott wave, but I will look at this level here for the next week. What happens here? It's a very important level, if I'm not mistaken. On a daily time frame I expect something like that, but if the dollar is very strong, discount is not correct, maybe the price will continue going up for 10, maybe, I don't know, 15 figures. Let's see, where are the planets? Maybe price will continue going up to these lines here. I'm not quite sure for now. On a daily time frame. Okay, the lines for the next week. This portion, this portion. Next instrument is US oil. We've already discussed a couple of times these levels here, and why I prefer to follow this scenario, second scenario here. Let me show you once again. On a daily time frame we have very big support in terms of time, here, here and here. Last year on December, this year January, maybe, yes, 4-hour time frame. And I expect the price to touch 100 level, $100. But as you can see, the price was stopped by Uranus line. After that it returns, managed to break this planetary line but we have a trend line here and it stopped the price to continue going down. The first scenario is, in my opinion, to continue going down in terms of Elliott wave. The second is to go up. As you can see, validation level here for the first scenario is here. I mean this Uranus line. And for the second scenario, validation should be here on this trend line. We'll see what happens. It's not clear to me for now. Okay, the lines for the next week. And the last and the most important instrument to me is US index. According to planetary lines, we don't have any planets close to this price. Let me show you in terms of Elliott wave. Invalidation level is still here. The price should continue going up, and on a daily time frame I expect something like that. Maybe this move is a wave A. Now we are going to finish wave B. After that, on a weekly time frame, to finish wave C. Very cool scenario. The invalidation level should be here, as I already mentioned. So, the lines for the next week. And this one. Okay guys, I think it's enough for today. Let the profit be with you. See you next week. Bye bye.